Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Wednesday, 12th of March. In this update, diplomatic talks in Saudi Arabia between Ukrainian and US officials are said to be going constructively well. White House officials are sizing up Ukraine's commitment to President Donald Trump's plan to end the war with Russia. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz says talks are getting there, indicating there's room to move past last month's blow-up in the Oval Office between the two leaders. The BBC's Tom Bateman says Ukraine's seeking an aerial and naval truce.
The sense we got from the Americans was being pretty positive about the possibility for that, something perhaps they would be prepared to take to the Russians and see if that might provide the framework for some kind of starting point.
At the same time in Paris, a representative from New Zealand and about 30 other countries are meeting to discuss a potential coalition of the willing should a truce be reached. Another push for the government to cut its losses with its revamped school lunches. The Labelle Group, which is contracted to deliver about 125,000 meals each day, is in liquidation. The responsibility will now fall solely on Compass Group, but Minister in charge David Seymour says that won't impact lunch deliveries. Rotorua's Kaitau Intermediate School Principal, Phil Palfrey, told Andrew Dickens he has little faith it won't create further issues.
Well, my only wish is that it would just go back to what it was before, and I think our country should afford it and could afford it.
The victim of a suspected homicide in Christchurch is understood to be the son of a gang member killed in an execution-style slaying almost 3 decades ago. Police have named 39-year-old Tyrone Munns as the man who died at a social housing complex in Maireho on Sunday. Our newsroom understands he's the son of nomad gangster Malcolm Munns, himself the victim of a killing in 1997 by a Highway 61 man. No one has been arrested over Munns' death. A war of words between the Prime Minister and Wellington Mayor Tory Whanau. Wellington's regional councils yesterday revealed they weren't going to be applying for a regional deal with the government because local leaders couldn't agree on what it would look like. Christopher Luxon says it doesn't make sense to him.
Well, it's pretty lame-o, is my view of it. Here we have a government doing everything it can to make sure that we attract capital to this country, and you can't even get Wellington councils to submit a regional or a city deal.
But Whanau's now hit back, saying his comments are pretty poor form from the country's leader. She says the Department of Internal Affairs told the council's Crown Observer that Wellington probably wouldn't meet the criteria anyway. Former Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte is being taken to the International Criminal Court at The Hague to stand trial for alleged crimes against humanity. The court issued an arrest warrant over the thousands of people killed during Duterte's anti-drugs crackdown. In sport, Liam Lawson has confessed to GQ magazine that his parents sold their house to pay for his racing and haven't bought another. He starts his first full Formula One season on Sunday in Melbourne. Manchester United plan to build the biggest stadium in the UK, a $4.5 billion 100,000-seater ground close to Old Trafford, where the club's been based since 1910. Luke Metcalf and Chanel Harris-Tavita have again been entrusted as the Warriors halves combination for Friday's NRL home match against Manly. I'm Nivareti Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.